Hello again. I wanted to walk you through how you can use sentence frames because I know some of us come from schools that have used them and others come from schools that have never used sentence frames. So I wanted to give you an example. So if you're watching this, you're on this question 7, which is a level 4 question, meaning going above and beyond. So I wanted to give you a view of one of those types of questions. It will most likely be a real world application. So this one says you returned several shirts to a store. The receipt shows that the amount placed back on your credit card is $30.60. It's negative because you're receiving that money back. Each shirt is negative $6.12. So meaning that you are receiving back $6.12 for every shirt that you're returning. How many shirts did you return? Notice that you have some sentence frames here, and I want to show you how you can use those. When you have your final answer, you'll type it in this box here. Okay, so I pulled this up on another document so I could better model this for you. So here's the problem. There's our sentence frames. And then I wrote an example answer to how I would explain this. Yes, I noticed that I end up giving you the correct answer and you're going to see how to do the problem. But this is a review, and I want to show you an example of how you can use those sentence frames and how you can solve this problem. What I want you to do is after you watch this video, write your own explanation in your own words of how you solved it. I want to see that. You very likely will use these sentence frames. I don't mind if everyone uses these sentence frames, but the sentence frames are just a guide to help you get started. So let me show you how I use them. So I start with the first sentence. To start solving this problem, and here you can see, to start solving this problem, I visualized the situation. Assuming I had only returned shirts, the final return amount should be a multiple of negative $6.12. Now, someone may just have this sentence and then jump to then as their next sentence. That's okay. That's why everyone's response will still look different. There's different ways to use these sentence frames. Then I was able to create an equation which was negative 30.6 divided by negative 6.12. This means that I am looking for how many times negative 6.12 fits into negative 30.6. The last step is to find the answer. Notice right there I've used 2 more sentence frames. I notice my final answer will be positive because both the numbers I am dividing are negative. I also noticed that my answer should be close to 5 since 30 divided by 6 is 5. So I know it's challenging to divide numbers that have decimals, but I was looking at a ballpark thinking, okay, here's 30 and here's 6. I know that 30 divided by 6 is 5. I can do that in my head. That's easy. So it should be close to 5 is what I'm saying. When I focus on the decimals now, I also notice that 0.60 divided by 0.12 is 5. And that might be a little clearer if you think about removing those decimals. What's 60 divided by 12? It's going to end up being 5. This brings me to my final answer that I returned 5 shirts total. Because think about it, 6 goes into 35 times and 12 goes into 65 times. So therefore, 6.12 goes into 30.60 5 times total. So then I just used the sentence frame at the very end for my final sentence and plugged in my correct answer. So that's an example of how you can use these sentences. You also don't have to use them at all. You can use one and none of the others. You could use almost all of them, but not feel like one of them fits. They're just some starters to help you get started writing. So that's a little demo on how you can use the sentence frames, and I'm going to do my best to always give you those sentence frames if I ask you to write and explain your explanation in full sentences on an assessment. So go ahead and give it a try. Enter your response in here.